What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. As you can see, this round is actually a Clan Wars battle. Let's just open up the menu. As you can see, we are not a full team. We actually couldn't get enough of our clan members in here. We have 57, but sadly, for whatever reason, a lot of them weren't on. Basically, we're going to try to play it a bit defensive here. We're sending a lot of our we're sending all of our IS-7s and M103s to the north, and we're sending all our T110s to the south, all but one actually. And we actually keep a 103 on base to protect our arty. Like I said, we're playing it a bit more defensive because we don't have a full team, and that's actually the reason I'm basically doing a commentary of this. This game actually turned out to be very interesting, very close and down to the wire, but at the same time, I don't have to worry about revealing any of our strategies because, well, this isn't typically how we play. If we have a full team, we will play differently, and really we don't even play Arctic region that much. So this was kind of just a thrown together strategy, nothing really even close to what we ordinarily do. So I have no I have no reservations about doing a commentary of this game. So I might speed it up here in a bit, just because for the first part of this it is actually somewhat slow and dull. As you can see, we have Biscanton peeking around the corner down there. We're yelling at him to get back and telling him, hey, you should probably not go around that corner unless you want to die. He's going to actually end up getting hit quite a bit there in just a minute, and realize he's a good player. I've played plenty of games with him, so I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but as you can see, there he goes. He just got himself hit. I'm thinking, right now I'm debating whether or not I'm going to stay on the hill and support my team, because anything that comes around that bottom corner, if they're brave enough to come around that bottom corner, they'll be facing 3 110s, myself not included, and artillery. So I'm kind of debating back and forth right now about whether or not I want to basically go around those little tank traps and just keep an eye around that corner. And as you can see, we actually do a strong push in the north. We've got 3 IS-7s, a T110, and a 103 up there, so it's not by any means a light push. Saying he's watching their backs. He's the guy that's currently sitting on base, the 103, protecting our artillery from anything that wants to rush center, which is good because we don't know what they have. We see they have a lot of we've spotted some of their tier 10s. They have 2 tier 9 TDs and 2 arty that we are currently aware of. So the team we're actually facing right now is Phoenix Company, and if I recall correctly, Speed King, the guy sitting on base defense, his roommate is with Phoenix Company, so this was a bit of a friendly rivalry going on here. He didn't get any intel from his roommate beforehand, so we didn't actually have any edge, and I'm assuming, him being the loyal member that he is, he didn't give them any info. And here, in the game, I had no idea what happened to me. I saw I was shot from the back. I'm like, what just happened? I got hit by a 103. I didn't read who the person was, and then I realized it's friendly fire. I realized this as I'm watching the replay. I'm thinking, what the hell, man? Come on, we're on the same team here. Please don't do friendly fire. I have no idea what was going through his mind, what happened. Because at the time I didn't realize it was him, so I never asked him about it. Now I might have to raise a point with him, because say, hey, look, I have it recorded. You shot me. Why? That's really just a jackass move, man. But again, I'm just going to assume it's an accident. Our north is still our strongest push. We're just kind of holding the line right now. T110s, they've got a lot of front armor. They've got a lot of maneuverability, so they're pretty good at holding the line. And once you see an opening, just pushing forward, and that's what we were kind of using them for. We're kind of saying, hey, artillery might be in that area, at least judging from where the shells are coming. So like I said, this first part of the game is somewhat slow, so I might speed it up here in a bit. We still got enemy tanks on the south, but at this point, before, as you saw, we spotted 3 or 4 south, and now we're only seeing 1. So we're starting to think that maybe they've pulled back. And here, that's me, I'm pinging that spot. I'm saying, hey Artie, you're going to have better shots on those guys held up around the corner if you move south. And what does King do? He takes my advice and he moves that 212 down further south to get better shots. Dispatcher does the same. They say, great point, maybe we should, since that's where the majority of their team is. Now, after this point, we're still debating whether or not we should push south because Speed King asking where they want him. I can't recall where they send him. I think they do send him. No, he comes south with us. That's right. So at this point, we're debating a southern push. Basically, we do send Biscanton and Forgy. Go for it. So I'm saying I'm gonna flank him because you know it's good to have a two-pronged push. Now we're going to absolutely just completely overwhelm this 110. He never stood a chance because as you will see, they do have their heavies right there. They brought those 110s back. And has it become apparent yet? No, but it will become very apparent shortly right there that they brought just as many tanks as we did. So this ended up being a very even battle. I'm going to try to kill this 110, ramming speed. Nope, not quite. Too heavily armored. You know, two heavy tanks hitting each other don't really do too much damage to each other. You're much better off with the heavy tank hitting a light tank. Now, I see those 110s up on the hill, and I'm saying, I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm going to try to face my front armor towards them. I'm running for that rock. It's not going to do me too much good, as you will see here very shortly. Also, I'm trying not to get shot by that 107, but see, they get one solid hit on me, second solid hit on me. That one didn't do any damage. It just hit me right in the track, which is what I prefer. Here, I'm hiding from Artie and also that IS-7, while my fellow T110 and there were two T110s and a 103 rushing south, but they managed to get killed. I'm sorry, no, those are all T110s. Speed King is currently in the north, as you can see by the minimap. So I see the GW-E. Already says they're sighting in on them. I say, don't bother, I've got a line of sight. Boom, take him out. So right now, we have the advantage, and we're trying to push that advantage, but they are sitting very defensively with a T95 and, you know, just their tanks in perfect defensive positioning. Well, I shouldn't say perfect, because they are exposed to Artie. That ends up being their downfall. But that IS-7 is perfectly safe, and our T110 push in the south has been all but crushed. And that's just because they didn't have cover, and they were getting shot in the sides, where the T110s do not have the armor. These guys might have been using gold rounds. I don't typically use gold rounds unless it's actually battle for land. If it's just the battle matches before, I will not be using gold rounds. Typically. Now, here we go. I am trying to stay hidden from that IS-7 and the T110s, so I'm kind of trying to just wait for Artie to do his thing. I'm seeing if I can peek out and get a shot at that IS-7, and I realize there's enough of a hill in my way to where neither of us can really get a shot on each other. So what do? I focus my attention on the T110s to my right. I'm like, hey, look, I can get a couple free shots. Why, thank you. That T110 taking some damage, just softening up their team a bit more. But again, we are pushing when we're already pretty hurt, and T110s are not taking out very easily, especially if you're shooting at their fronts, which we are. So our push to the north is actually taking very heavy casualties. That IS-7 gets nailed by Artie because he peeked his head out a bit too much. Here comes Speed King to back me up from behind. So it's actually, we're losing our advantage very quickly here. And I'm not exactly sure if that could have been avoided or not. Get a free shot on the IS-7. He tries to scope in on me, but he decides not to take the shot. Probably because he didn't have that good of a chance. In my opinion, he probably should have taken it anyway, although that probably would have prompted me to sit there, wait for my reload, because I know it's faster than his, take a second shot and get a free second shot on him without having to worry. I'm kind of toying with him a bit, trying to bait a shot so he'll fire, miss, or fire and bounce off my turret armor, my frontal armor. Speed King taking a shot there, getting nothing but dirt. And now we've lost our push to the north, and I'm saying, hey, I'm thinking about flanking around to the north and trying to finish off that 110 because I know I can handle him in a one-on-one fight. I've still got 77% of my health left, and he is currently at, I can't read it from here. He is hurting though. He's at 23%, so I know I can take him. I know I can absolutely take him with no problems whatsoever, so I'm about to go do that, but everyone on TeamSpeak starts yelling at me, no, don't do that. We need you to help support the South. I'm like, but guys, if the IS-7 pushes, then you guys can easily light him up with artillery. They're like, no, stay there and support Speed King. And despite what I'm a good team player and I will listen to orders, no matter how badly I want to go flank around and kill that T110. As you'll see here very shortly, it's a moot point because he just gets hit by artillery.
and he will actually be taken out in very short order by a second artillery shot. He's running for cover from Artie. I'm going to try to take him out myself, but I, again, missed. I had a very slim target, and even if I hit, I probably wouldn't have killed him. So this is becoming very down to the wire, but we have 2 artillery pieces, which basically gives us a significant advantage. Not only that, while unupgraded, our M103 is still at 100% health, and I'm still at 77% health, and that IS-7 is only at 55. So we still have a significant advantage here. Now, they're telling me, there we go, the T110's done. We know our side is clear, so we're actually going to push, and I'm going to take lead. Why? Because I have the armor. Thank you, IS-7, for shooting the tank with the most armor. He still hurt me, but I can take the hits, no problem. I mean, he's gonna pop right back out here in a second to try to take a second shot on me. Can't recall, nope. It doesn't bounce. I was hoping it would bounce, but here I go in for a ram. But Artie gets the kill. And so there it was, very close battle. I got decent experience and decent credits. I mean, I made a profit, which is, I mean, it's definitely not unheard of. I mean, if you win a clan war, you're probably going to make a profit. But if you lose, boy, does it put you in the hole. So our artillery, King and 8, got a very good, he got Confederate. He was lighting people up left and right. I didn't do too bad myself, but I wasn't really as much of a key player as I would have liked. Still, you know, I managed to stay alive till the end and do some good damage to their team. And very close round. I liked it. Like I said, I won't be bringing you clan wars unless they are completely. They won't. Like I said, I don't want to be revealing any of my clan strategies. I know I'm not that heard of right now, but should I become popular, should any of the other clans find my channel, I don't want to be broadcasting our strategies. So unless it's a match like this, where we don't really use any strategies, at least none of our mainstream strategies, then I won't be broadcasting it. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, just simply subscribe, because I can guarantee you there is more. And this is Spang, signing off.